Let's begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there, and welcome to the second year of Podcast76. We are going to be slowly pushing things forward, but we'll talk about that in a second. I am Rusky-Doo.
And I am Gray. Wow.
And this might be the first time you're watching us on the YouTube. I mean, you're not really watching us, you're watching pictures of us, but you're listening to us on the YouTube.
This is mostly thanks to our editor Micah, who's been really hard at work. And actually, just general thanks for an entire year of editing this podcast for us, Micah. You've done an amazing job. Thank you.
Yes, pats on the back all around, etc., etc. We haven't actually done anything particularly special for this. Well, I mean, we worked on the YouTube a little bit. You see, here's the thing. I'm not big into birthdays or anything like that. I think... okay, right, so here's the thing. It's like New Year's parties and birthdays. It's like, oh my God, it happens once a year. I have to have extra fun tonight. And I just find that pressure to have extra fun makes me not have fun. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm totally with you. I don't celebrate my birthday. In fact, every year for my birthday, I try to get as far away from my family as possible. And Jess has been trained very carefully to not mention the birthday.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
nice.
just, and last year I actually managed to forget on the day
that it was your birthday.
that it was my birthday until about
That's good skills.
2 p.m. in the afternoon when my mother finally got a text through wishing me a happy birthday. I was like, oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, yeah, we're not making a big deal of it. Like I've said before, when we get to the 76th episode, I think we should make a big deal.
I'm down with that, but I also
Unless
think...
we don't want to, in which case we're not going to make a big deal. So no.
Yeah, but I think that kind of finally making it onto YouTube, we're so far behind. But it's been a pipe dream for a long time, and I'm glad for that.
We should advertise and stuff, but that shit's so dull. Ugh.
Well, look, anybody who listens to this podcast, there'll be a link in the show notes to our new YouTube. Go there, subscribe, tell your family and friends to subscribe, and just do the advertising for us. Because then we don't have to do shit.
What if their family don't play Overwatch? This would be a real bad podcast for someone who doesn't play Overwatch.
They might just want to have someone nattering away in the background. Like, some people listen to the Archers, but they don't listen to the Archers. They just have it going. And maybe they just want something different.
I don't think anyone actually listens to the Archers.
Exactly.
Okay. The Archers is a Radio 4 sitcom over here in England.
Oh, is it a sitcom?
Is it a sitcom?
I don't know.
It's drama, really, isn't it?
It's radio.
It's not a sitcom in the slightest.
It's a soap.
Yeah, a soap. That's a much better description. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with our normal episode, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so first up... we do the... what's it called? Summary. Update. There was no update. Art of Overwatch is a thing. Overwatch being free is a thing. Jeff has done a video with some people. Jeff has talked to Reddit. There were some people from Reddit who talked to Jeff. Overwatch have put together a anniversary retrospective video. There is a teaser video on the Twitters about new arena maps. There is another kind of leaked video maybe about Overwatch dances where it's only in Brazil or something. I'm sure it's going to get released over here, but yeah. We now have information on when the season will be ending, competitive that is. And Overwatch is top 20 of 2016. We will get to all of that later. So yeah, no update because presumably everyone's gearing up for the big update, which is going to be on the 23rd.
Yes. Next Tuesday.
Have we talked about that?
Yeah, we talked about it last weekish.
No, because we only found out this week what exactly the date was.
The date's the 23rd. Move on.
Yes, yes. The date is the 23rd. But I don't think we put that in the show notes.
Well, that was silly of us. We still talked about it.
Look, here's us talking about the update being on the 23rd. So presumably you will have listened to this before the 23rd, and this might be useful. Who knows? Anyway, first up, there's a load of comics and art books and stuff being released on Dark Horse.
Yes, Dark Horse being a kind of comic publisher thingy, and it seems to be a nice coffee book table of Overwatch art.
There's a couple of things here. There's the Overwatch art book, and they're also doing an anthology of all the existing cartoons we have.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes.
I looked at it and I was like, okay, it's a comic, but sure, I don't care. Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I find that really weird because, for me, the comic books come alive in the digital format because there's so much extra information there.
You mean with the sound version?
Yeah, with the like the animated bits where bits of the comics move and stuff happens.
Well, some people like the old media and just like having something tangible.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that, but like, it feels weird that you can have this old medium, which is great and it's tangible, but like it's missing loads of information. Like there's loads of storytelling nuance. It's like it's kind of on the same like scale as if like you took a load of pictures of a film and like had the script of the film next to the pictures. It's not like you're watching the film.
I see what you mean, but I can also still see why some people would like that.
Loads of people are going to buy it. They're going to make top dollar. So,
well, I'm just thinking, like, if you want to do, I mean, obviously this isn't what they're doing, but if you want to do an exploration of a particular image from a film, that'd actually be really nice, having like just moments from the script.
Maybe.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. So, okay, I mean, we know what's going to be in the comic book one, but do we actually know what's going to be in the Art of the Overwatch one?
The Art of Overwatch.
Also, right, okay, this costs $50, fine, but then there's a hard copy, like limited edition for $100, like double the price.
Yes.
The 2 sheets of cardboard cost that much?
Yes.
Really?
Probably not, no. It's unlikely.
Yeah. I mean, they have the same number of pages. It's literally like just going to be hardcover.
Yes. But if you're going to have something like that, I can understand why you'd want the hardcover. Because otherwise, like, coffee books are much better. Coffee table books are much better in hardcover. I can actually see the coffee table one being the more bought one.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm a plank. It actually has pictures of all the extra stuff you get with the hard copy one. You get a yellow sleeve, which gives Tracer like a kind of Tracer outline over the front cover. And you get a white box to put your hardcover book in.
Yeah.
And there's like a weird little framed picture-y thing. Is that a framed picture-y thing? No, it's just like a fold-out
thing.
Front cover again. Okay, sure. Yeah, I can see why people go for that. Maybe that is worth $100. It's not that much, really, is it?
Yeah, like for some reason, like my brain goes $50, $100. Yeah, about the same. Literally double. For some reason, they're just in the same price bracket. Like if you're going to spend $50 on an art book, you're probably also willing to spend $100, and you're probably just going to spend the $100 because you want the nice one.
Yeah, are you gonna buy one of these?
I hadn't thought about it. How much is $100? 80 quid at the moment? I'd like to know a bit.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
That's 2 Overwatches right there.
2 Overwatches. I could literally buy Overwatch for 2 friends. Would I get more pleasure out of having 2 extra friends play Overwatch? Quite possibly.
Aren't most of your friends who are likely to play Overwatch already playing Overwatch?
It's true. So maybe I just get the coffee table book.
Yeah.
I don't need 2 more Overwatches.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I presume it's gonna have like, you know, all the kind of intro like planning artwork for Overwatch, so
yeah. Thumbs up. Excellent.
We'll see that when it comes out. Okay, so Overwatch is going to be free on the weekend of May the 26th to 29th.
On PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so doesn't matter the platform.
In the West, because remember, like, they had a month of free Overwatch in China.
Yeah, we get 3 days.
Doesn't it feel like we're getting a bad end of the deal here? We get a weekend, they get a month.
But if you have a friend who may like Overwatch, just get them to download and install it for that weekend. Then maybe you can buy them Overwatch instead of buying yourself a coffee table book.
Yeah.
Could be a good one.
In fact, just jumping forward to... In fact, I'm going to talk about this because, okay, there's a Weird Jeff video which is done by Wired.
Yes.
That's a tech magazine, right?
Yes. Well, it used to be a magazine. I think they're mostly digital now.
And one of the things in this, like one of the little tidbits of information that I didn't quite get was that in terms of regions of servers for Overwatch, like China has its own server.
This does not surprise me.
That we can't get to from the others.
Also doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, because they have the Great Firewall of China and such.
Exactly.
And I wonder what's different on the China server. Like, is Reaper too skeleton-like? Because like showing skeletons in Chinese media is like a big no-no, right?
Maybe they may have like a different Overwatch mask.
Yeah, because loads of stuff has different like logos and stuff.
Yeah, I could totally see the what's the Reaper where he's the Mariachi Reaper?
Yeah.
Is it literally just Mariachi Reaper? But yeah, I can totally see that being changed up.
El Blanco is
exactly.
the white one.
Oh, the El Blanco one is actually the skin that I've worn since the game came out as Reaper.
Lovely.
Exactly.
But yeah, Jeff has done this video for Wired, and it's basically answering tweets, and it's very frivolous. This is not a serious Jeff interview.
No, but it's still very pleasant. If you like watching Jeff,
what?
Because
wait, I'm going to throw my hat in here. I really didn't find watching this very pleasant.
Oh,
the editing and the cuts in this are fucking insane.
I just had it open. I could hear the sound.
Okay, that's the way to interact with this video.
Yeah. Though, to be fair, even the sound, you'll hear like the levels jump as they ask him to redo
it's properly
stuff.
Been chopped up, which is weird because Jeff is like a one-take master. So why have they felt the need to like edit it so damn hard?
I'm going to say that they're doing us a favour.
Why?
Because they think that a lot of people don't appreciate how good Jeff's one-takes are. And so they edited him as though he's not a one-take hero, so we can truly appreciate, the connoisseur can truly appreciate just how good those one-takes are.
Yeah. But, oh God, yeah, no, just, like, I wouldn't, if you don't like chopped up editing, then
give
really
this one a miss.
Yeah, but, well, okay, so interesting stuff in it. What did I pick out? He talks about Junkrat's treasure, and he says, is it really Junkrat's treasure? Huh?
I mean,
Junkrat's treasure being like some really early thing where like Junkrat found some crazy stuff out in the wastes of Australia. Yes. It has been hypothesized it might be like an Omnic core or something.
Yep. I got nothing. Like, it was kind of clear that Junkrat's treasure would never be Junkrat's treasure.
No, obviously.
Obviously not.
But whatever. He talks about why Widowmaker is blue. It's because experiments were done on her. I think we knew that already.
Yeah, we did. Reaper's getting more lore.
It has video evidence of Jeff saying bullshit, which I found quite cute.
He can swear.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, he says shit a lot. Jeff says shit a lot this week. And I'm okay with that because I'm a potty mouth too.
Yes.
They talk about Overwatch maybe coming to Mac at some point. They're like, we're not ruling it out. And lots of other frivolous stuff.
I like the idea of Overwatch coming to Mac. I find it unlikely that it would perform well enough that they'd be like, yes, let's release this.
Yeah. It seems to me like it'd be a lot of messing around for something which wouldn't get to that many more people, right?
Yes, which is a shame. But unfortunately, that's currently the way things are between Mac and PC, between Windows and OS X.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a shame because it's a lovely game and I think everybody on Mac deserves to be able to play it.
Yes. Carrying on the theme of Jeff talking to lots of people, they kind of flew Reddit dudes out to a hotel somewhere and let them interview Jeff.
Which is rather nice of them.
Yes.
Jeff was actually quite like, we really appreciate what you Reddit people do. We don't think we would have done a lot of this stuff without you guys, so thank you. Which I thought was kind of cool.
There's a lot of stuff being said here.
Yes, there are loads of questions where I kind of feel like we kind of knew this. Like,
yes, there's a lot of covering old ground, that must be said.
Yes. So modding tools, they really like the idea of modding tools, but they're years and years away because they got a new engine. I did find out that the engine is called the Tank Engine.
Which is an odd name, right?
They all have odd names.
Right, here's the thing. If it's called the Tank Engine, then where's Thomas?
I was thinking you were going to go with, well, where's the support engine and where's the DPS engine?
Right, no, I just think Thomas the Tank Engine. And then I think, the Thomas the Tank Engine theme.
Which
DSP Stanky uses. There's a rap that has that, song in it. And it goes, money, 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 money. And DSP Stanky has a clip of that whenever anyone donates to him on a stream. Tenuous.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah, that's clearly the way around it was. They knew DSP Stanky would use Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes. Okay, so like interesting details, like the most interesting bit out of all of this, because it's quite a lengthy thing that you can read if you want to, is that Jeff kind of regrets putting cosmetics as rewards for competitive.
I so understand this.
Yeah, I'm totally with Jeff on this one.
Yeah, when I was just like, really, you regret putting cosmetics in? But I want more cosmetics. Like, you should go further into... Oh, no, I see what you mean.
No,
I see what you mean. No, absolutely.
Yeah, because the idea that, like, competitive should be for people who want to play competitive, not for people who just want to play Overwatch but want a cool, like, cosmetic for their characters. Like, the idea that we currently have where if you want gold guns and you don't enjoy competitive that much, you have to, like, grind and throw matches to get this crap. It's like, I wouldn't find that you can't throw matches, you have to win them.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's just punishing, right? Like, it's ridiculous.
No, I'm so with him on this one.
Yeah, here's another thing. Like, because we're kind of like at the upper end of players, we get loads and loads of gold at the end of the season. So I've got like more golden guns than I know what to do with. But you've got to remember that like loads of people, if you haven't say got out of gold, then will you have got a single golden weapon yet?
If you played a lot, yes, but you need to play a lot.
It's pretty brutal, right? Like,
yeah.
No, I'm with Jeff on this one. Like, why make it, linked to that? Because it's no fun for people in comp because you have loads of people coming in who don't really give a damn, and it's no fun for people outside comp because they're playing a game mode they don't enjoy to get stuff that they want for the game they do enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm totally with him. Yep. There's not loads else to say with that except for, bother. Yes.
I'm just trying to think if there was any other...
There were a couple of other things. So one of the things is, when they were talking about the Overwatch League, they talked about team colours. Yes.
Oh, God, yes, team colours.
So down for this. I've always thought that if you've ever seen competitive Team Fortress 2, they had a mod for some games where they would essentially wear team jerseys. So they would design for each cosmetics.
Yeah.
And I really like the idea of team cosmetics for the Overwatch League. That being the way that you are able to tell the different teams apart.
And of course, you'd be able to get those cosmetics for your characters and stuff if you so desired.
Exactly.
That makes so much sense. That's really good. I like that.
That's what's always made a lot of sense to me, and it's the kind of thing that I'm sure they must have explored.
And because Overwatch League is going to have a limited number of teams and they're going to be quite official, then...
It's not like a complete clusterfuck. Though they will probably need to do some stuff in terms of how you manage your cosmetics, because that list is just going to get really horrible otherwise, but they can do stuff with that. That's not a problem.
Well, it could be competitive skin, and then you have a drop down of all the different competitive teams that you have or whatever.
Exactly.
It's not, beyond.
It becomes more difficult when you've got Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4.
No, but it'll be the same people every time, right?
But you'd still want access to Season 1's stuff compared to
Would
Season...
they have different skins?
I can imagine they'd want to update their skins.
It's not like, say, Manchester United changes their, they change their kit a little bit, but not a lot.
Oh, we can see them doing it, because also it's a good way to help fund stuff.
Yeah, no, I guess if you have to pay, a bit of money to your favourite team to get their skin, then that kind of makes sense.
Exactly.
It's an interesting way of, supporting esports, which, I'd love to see that happening.
Yeah, well, it happens in Dota 2. Is it Dota 2 CSGO? It's one of the Valve games. Yeah, one of the Valve games has it, so it's the kind of thing that makes a lot of sense to me. The other thing that was interesting in there is what they want to do with statistics, where you can track your favourite players and teams in-game, and also just more in-game statistics. And generally they like the idea of having an API which can kind of live stream data.
But they don't want to just dump everything.
Yes, which makes...
I can see why. Because, you will get people with, if you can get live data, people will just be, getting information about how other people on their team are doing, and they'll use it to make people feel bad.
Exactly. So
people are horrible.
Absolutely. But I can imagine it also providing some really useful tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, there is the obligatory Where's Doomfist? To which Jeff responds,
yes.
Gotta ask Terry about that one. Terry Crews Doomfist confirmed?
Is that confirmed?
I don't know. Like, it's a pretty strong pointer. Like,
it just seems too good to miss. Like, there's been so much hype around it. Like, why wouldn't they get Terry Crews on board?
I can't think of a good reason. No,
unless unless he was like asking crazy money for it.
Yeah,
but
he'd have to be asking. Style, right? No, absolutely. I think he'd do it for the fun. I think he just loves the idea, and he'd do it for the fun. Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
Other stuff, the usual stuff. There's going to be more maps. There's going to be new game modes. There's going to be more cinematics. There are going to be some non-event related cosmetics in the upcoming update, as well as some event ones. They are worried about like adding more seasonal events. So instead, they just keep the ones they've got and they just
do
refresh them.
On them.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that
one of the nice
sense,
things
right?
is they thought about Junkenstein's Revenge. Well, next year, what if the door opened and you got to go into the castle and then you had another stage there?
What? So they just took the same experience and like added to it?
Exactly.
Huh. Interesting. I can imagine that could work.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. But, you know, good stuff. Jeff being Jeff.
Lots of solid content. Check it out.
I'll tell you what. One thing that actually really did occur to me when they were talking about the changes they want to make for spectator in competitive is how different their response is to Valve. They were. Jeff said, "Look, we're really lucky because we've got this resource, which is people like Monte Cristo, who are clearly professionals in an area that we're not professional in. So their input is really, really valuable to us. So they come over regularly and give us feedback on what we're doing."
It's also a very different like tack from I think most companies. Like most companies like put out the tools and then like commentators make the best of this. But in actually asking the commentators what tools they should have, it means that the person who like has to be creating a narrative around the competitive experience that the people are watching actually gets an input into what tools they have to tell that story.
Absolutely.
And that just seems eminently sensible to me.
I also think that it's possibly going to solve this problem of we want stats versus we shouldn't put stats in game. Like damage numbers in games, so that people can go, you're clearly not doing enough damage because I've got more damage than you, or whatever. Yeah. Because they're gonna, if they're thinking about having an API, they can have an API which is privately addressed by casters, and then stream that into like a custom overlay, and have it do really interesting things for people who are casting, and not have to worry about most people. And they can do it in a kind of slightly messy way where people can actually interpret the data differently. It's really interesting. I think they're going to do really cool things.
I can't wait.
Yep, me either.
So, moving on. This week, they released an anniversary retrospective video. It's basically going over the last year in Overwatch.
Yep, and it's been a jam-packed year. There's been a lot of events. Yeah, there's been a lot of events.
I didn't enjoy the video that much.
I felt like it was thrown together very, very quickly.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't know how they could not. I mean, it's just like a pastiche of loads of different video clips they've like mashed together. There was some new info about like it had a camera in like the control room when they were releasing Overwatch the world over and basically bricking it that the servers would, go terrible or whatever.
They did.
So that was kind of nice.
I remember it.
I guess here's the thing though, right? I don't think we're the target audience. Because we play so much Overwatch and we do an Overwatch podcast, we're like properly immersed in this stuff. Like a load of the video clips that I'm seeing in this, I've seen before multiple times doing research for shows and stuff.
Yes.
Whereas most people will have just seen them in passing or missed stuff. And in fact, right, I was just kind of like, I don't really like this video. And my wife was just kind of like, oh, but the feels. It's evocative and stuff. And I'm a bit like, oh, I just wanted to see new skins. But yes. Well, I think me not liking it doesn't make it a bad video, is what I'm saying.
I'm totally with you on this. I do not think we're the target audience. And I do think that it was just a sort of... It's just something that people do. That, they pass the landmark. And so they're like... Well done, us.
And in fact, tangent bugbear, right? This is again a very kind of like individualistic look on things. But I used to be a prop maker in film and theatre, and as a result, when I see a lot of cosplay, I'm like, that's not that, like, that wouldn't have been good enough if I like churned that out during my job. They haven't like finished it properly. Like that, they haven't smoothed down. Like, you have to spend ages with like car body filler and sandpaper and then primer and then sandpaper, then car body filler, then primer, and then to get everything smooth. And it takes hours and hours. And obviously people for cosplays don't do that. But when I see stuff, I'm just like, oh, this is not right. I don't like it.
My problem with Overwatch cosplay is that nobody is the shape of any of the cosplay of the characters.
What? You mean they can't find women with breasts as big as their head to play Mercy?
So the place where I really notice it is actually Genji, because obviously what you do with Genji is you have to strap something on top of you, and it turns out that strapping like a piece of plastic or cardboard or metal that doesn't bend, like Genji's cyborg body doesn't look right for some reason.
You need some like weird neoprene stuff, like for superhero films.
No, but even that wouldn't work because it wouldn't be flat enough. And when you bend over, it would crease, and that's wrong. Like,
well, no, if it was neoprene, there's like materials that you can use to get around that, possibly.
Okay.
What I did notice in this though is like looking back at some of the old artwork. Okay, right, the opening scene, right? Go to 5 seconds.
Oh god, I'm actually going to have to open this up now.
Yeah, do it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yep.
Right. Okay, you have Mercy.
Yes, you do.
Bizarrely disproportionate. Her face is just dead. The way her face, like, it looks like it's just stuck on, it kind of makes Mercy look like a sex doll. Do you think? Like with the face just slapped on the front.
I've noticed that Mercy's face is actually just kind of bizarre. It always occurs to me during the play of the games that her face just looks slightly wrong, and I think what they've accidentally done is they made her hair slightly too large, and they just shifted her entire face downwards towards her chin.
Oh god, no! Now I'm looking at that. Her eyes are in the middle of her head. That's normal.
Yes, I don't know. It looks slightly wrong when I look at it in game. I just always see her face. I'm just like, there's something slightly off about that.
Another observation I noticed between like the old Mercy from the Uprising event and the current Mercy, she's given herself breast surgery.
I'd have to look at the skin. I've always assumed that the white thing that she's wearing has some sort of like
if there's like
thick layer,
extra armored like things.
Because if you look at like anything where like her devil skin and anything where she's just wearing something thinner, her breasts are not that large. It's just when she's wearing the armory thing.
It's just that like her armory thing only around her boobs is like an inch thick, and on the rest of her body it's just thin.
It's because it's badly designed, and it's designed like because she was just like,
maybe it doesn't fit her. maybe she just has to like wear loads of padding. Anyway, I feel we've got massively off topic. Like Blizzard made this like charming, like tear-jerking retrospective video, and we're just talking about boobs.
Yeah. Typical man.
Okay, other stuff that's happened this week.
Yes.
There's going to be a load more arena maps.
What are arena maps?
Well, when you have 3v3.
Is that an arena?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, it's that. Well done. Mystery solved.
I assume so.
Well, I mean, I assumed so, and then I was like, but is that arena? I don't know if it's actually called arena. I thought it was called 3v3 elimination.
I'm pretty sure, like, your 1v1 and your 3v3, that's like an arena map, right?
That's what it was called in TF2, but I then think that Control is King of the Hill in TF2. Why would Arena be Arena in TF2? Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be, maybe it'll be something entirely new.
Is the what is it, Arctic map for Maze. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, there's 3 more maps we got here. We got a Dorado one, we got an Eichenwald one, and we got an Egypt one.
And they look pretty.
Yes. You have this picture of some El Presidente guy in Dorado. Looks a bit like Mike Hagger from the Street. Is it Streets of Rage? Or is it Final Fight? I think
don't know. I've not played either of those.
Never mind that. He's like a mayor who goes on a rampage and beats people with his fists. Doesn't matter. What other big features you get in here? Oh, you get to see Sombra's man cave.
Well,
she's not a man. lady cave? That doesn't sound right.
It never does.
You get to see Sombra's hacking equipment. That does not sound like an innuendo. Okay, I'm clear on this one.
It totally sounds like an innuendo to me.
Does it? Hacking equipment? No. I don't even know what that would be.
You don't want to know.
Yes, but they're pretty. You should look at the things. Ooh, more Eichenwald for me to hide on with my grief heart skin.
Perfect.
Yes. Good. And I imagine there's going to be lots of combing it for more information. Like, wasn't there meant to be loads of information about new characters in Egypt? Anubis, even. So, yeah. There'll probably be more in this one.
Wasn't there Numbani?
There was a load of Numbani stuff. Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, it's a thing. Arena maps. By the time you listen to this, they're probably going to be out. But whatever. It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah. Another sneak peek at what's going to be coming out. We have Overwatch Dances.
Yes. So they made Heroes Dance.
Yes. Now, what I found interesting was the styles of dance that people were doing. Firstly, Lucio, I don't know what Lucio dances like, but Sombra likes C-step. I assume, like, Symmetra is doing some kind of, I don't know what kind of dance that is.
I have no idea. It's the dance of her people.
Probably. Zen is corralling orbs.
Yes, that was the most inventive one of all of them, and I liked that one.
Yes. Wait, on the theme of innuendo, Zen is playing with his balls.
I'm just going to go, ha! And then we're going to move on.
Unless you were wearing his Christmas skin, whereupon he'd be playing with his nuts.
Ha! Anyway, yes. The Overwatch season is ending.
Yes. Save me from myself, Craig. Save me from myself.
Yes, so we've got a date for the end of Season 4 of Competitive. There's going to be an in-game counter so that you know when it's happening. Thumbs up for that.
Because this is really relevant this season because you're only going to be getting top 500 if you end in the top 500.
Yeah, so you got to queue up at the right time.
Yeah, there's going to be loads of people pulling all-nighters and making sure they don't drop out, and it's probably going to be very stressful for some, maybe 1,000 people out there. It's going to be totally stressful.
Well, no, because there are lots of... The top 500 is not the top 500. The top 500 is more like the top 300.
Is that still the case?
Yes, there are still Smurfs. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Still the case. Because that's where the people who have all the time end up doing it. Because Seagull's got 3 ults, which are top 500 worthy. And
really?
Then, yeah, wow. Shadow has 3 top 500 ults accounts. So, yeah, loads of people have top 500 accounts, multiple top 500 accounts.
Perhaps it's only going to affect, 600 people? In the world to screw.
I imagine there'll be a lot of people competing for it who are really close to the cusp of top 500. It'll be really stressful for them.
And it's going to suck if you pull out an all-nighter and end up 501.
Oh god, yeah.
That's going to suck.
That's
I feel sorry for that person.
Yes. A moment for that person. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
I'm sure Michael will fix that in post to sound not bad.
No. And Overwatch is in the top 20 of 2016.
Wait. I thought you were going to save me from smut this episode. Great. And then you add this to the show notes. Please explain this to our listeners.
So, PC Gamer report that despite consistent resistance from Blizzard, Overwatch made Pornhub's top 20 searches in 2016. You are all perverts. You should all be very, very ashamed of yourself. I'm sure that your parents would be very ashamed of all of you if they knew what you were up to. Wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, small furry animals. They're just looking at you in disappointment right now.
What I find interesting about this is why this hasn't happened with other games, why it's happened with Overwatch to such an extent.
Go on.
Well, one, because I think Overwatch... So, I mean, there's a game being of a certain bigness. I think the idea that the game itself isn't overly sexualized.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if you have an overly sexualized game, like, I don't know, what is it, the Dead or Alive series, it's just like, why would you even bother looking for that on Pornhub? You can just play the game and it's like, whatever. And it has a load of, like, interesting, compelling characters in a way that I'd say something like League of Legends doesn't.
Okay, so, like, actually having personalities and... Okay, I can see that. I suppose also, like, the detail of the characters is a lot higher than most other games, because certainly in MOBAs, they're fairly small, and in first person.
Yeah, but you get all the kind of intro videos and introduction videos for characters in MOBAs and stuff, but...
I guess? I don't know.
I just don't think, like, you have the same, like, dare I say it, relationship between the characters and the players in those games, you know?
Fair enough. I don't know. It is kind of interesting.
Also, shiny butts.
That is true. That must have contributed. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm glad we covered that.
Yes. This is our anniversary show, so it's meant to be something special, Craig. And we end it like this. I just feel a bit sordid now.
I think that's the perfect way to end the year. Just feeling slightly dirty and ashamed. Just look at yourself in the mirror and just think, this is after a year, this is where we really are.
And I'm really a person I'm proud of. Oh, God. And on that note, I've been Rescue Dude.
It's been great.
We look forward to another year with you.
Absolutely, and we'll see you all on the YouTubes. Subscribe, etc. Do all the stuff.
Until next time.
Goodbye.